Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Tuesday here. Following Monday's massive sell-off here, we had seen a little bit of a bounce back into the end of the day, but mostly sideways price action around the middle portion of yesterday's large range. A super significant large range here, 200+% of ADR yesterday, over 157 points of range for the ES following the news of the Chinese startup company creating DeepSeek AI. That DeepSeek AI model here competing with US companies on a shoestring budget, and that sent ripples throughout the market, especially in Nvidia, Broadcom, a lot of AI-based companies, nuclear companies as well. A tremendous shock here to the system, and $1 trillion lost in market cap for the market overall. 600 billion of that directly from Nvidia. Now that we have had such a wide range of price action in the previous day, to close near the center of that range would suggest an inside day today. An inside day today, which means today could be mostly trading range bound. Fade new highs, fade new lows, back and forth, perhaps as much as 60 to 80 points of range on a wide-ranging inside day basis here as the market awaits the Fed on Wednesday. We get another Fed rate decision tomorrow, a statement and a press conference, and then of course after the market closes tomorrow we get big-time earnings out of big tech including Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla after the closing bell on Wednesday. We get Apple Thursday, Amazon on Friday. So Wednesday through Friday could be quite volatile here for the market today. Could be a digestive day after all hell broke loose in the previous session here. So looking for an inside day development here for these markets, a bit of back and forth and fading new highs, fading new lows as the market enters Fed day on Wednesday. If we take a look here at the NQ, similar price action out of the NQ. This one had a huge range, 266% of ADR yesterday, 1,000 points of range for this market, and it closed right near the center of the day's range. That again suggests an inside day development here today, perhaps a wide range in inside day. Right now we're at 204 points. But we could see a 400-point inside day here, so fading new highs, fading new lows as the market continues to develop kind of an intraday expanding range for the session. Again, the market may be in a holding pattern here ahead of Fed on Wednesday, so again to close a session near the midpoint of a super large range day, that would suggest an inside day, as it would take a huge effort just to get to one of the edges. The significant range would be needed to see a test at one of those extremes. So instead you may see quite a bit of back and forth development here as this market kind of awaits Fed day on Wednesday. If we take a look here at crude oil, this one's up 1.2% right now. The previous session here kind of extending the downtrending price action we've seen ever since kind of this rollover gap down here. We've seen several lower highs throughout, lower lows throughout, and we've seen a week and a half of selling pressure here. We've nearly come back to the break-even point on the year, right in the 72, 71, 70 zone, and pullbacks here today have been sold. Pullbacks have been sold for the most part on this way down. Will today's morning strength be met with selling pressure as well? Again, 74 is going to be a key level here to watch. A failure to push beyond 74 and we could be looking at another rotation back down. This market right now still trying to find a strong low to work from, and instead it continues to find strong pivot highs day over day. So a failure to find acceptance above 74s and we could be turning back down for crude oil. Looking at gold futures, this one's up 0.4% right now. The previous session it did pull back here within the uptrending market. It was working on a failed new low, was not able to really pull that out. Instead, right now you're still trading within an uptrending channel at the moment, still working our way toward the 2800 level as well. Overall, this market continues to trade within the super large range that is developed. We've talked about this range before, 2540 up to 2800. The midline somewhere around 2680 here. We also broke through the top of this triangular pattern here and worked toward the top of the rectangular pattern. Now, if there's a failure to get through 2800, we could be looking at a turn back down to 2680 as this larger development continues to play out. Really need to get through 2800 and start in order to open up that 3000 level above and see further expansion out of this triangle. So right now, still trending up at the moment. This could be a near-term buy the dip opportunity above the previous session's midpoint of 2755. Opens up a bit more upside today. Looking at the YM, this one's break even on the day at the moment. This one bucked the trend yesterday as the entire AI complex was being sold off. Chip stocks, AI stocks, nuclear energy stocks all getting dropped here in big fashion. The companies that invest in those stocks getting dropped, but blue chip stocks, unrelated stocks were getting the other side of the coin here. These were kind of a safe haven for the day, and you can see how strong of a reversal the YM did here, despite 17 to 18% down for a Dow component stock in Nvidia. So this one really bucked the trend to the upside for today. Very similar to the other markets here. It could be mostly range bound here today as this market digests recent price action. Additionally, you're keeping an eye on the previous session's high here, which is currently seeing an early pre-market reaction or rejection at that level, and we could begin to see a bit of a thrust reversal sell signal that opens up a little bit more weakness, kind of a fade after trend day and hold for this market. We may still go see a stretch to the edge at some point here, but kind of like we talked about with the ES last week, to reach that edge would introduce the potential for a reaction, a rejection of some sort that could push this thing back down to where it came from, back toward 43,500, maybe even as low as 43,250. Looking at Bitcoin, this one's up 1.4% today. This one took a little bit of a hit yesterday, not quite as bad as some of the other stocks. It did close near the center of a relatively wide-ranging day, so again, that would suggest range-bound price action today and an inside day. It still continues to mostly hold above the $99,000 to $100,000 level there, and of course that 20,000 point range from 90K to 110 continues to be in effect. 100K right here is the midpoint of that, and we're still mostly trending up, still building out here, still have an upward bias overall, but building energy here for the next key move today. Could be mostly range bound for Bitcoin. And looking at Ethereum, this one's also up about 1.4% right now. This one's had a little bit more weakness against Bitcoin here lately and continues to trade near the key range low here lately. You can also see the defense below the key range low that's been seen on the last couple of rotations. Still a downtrending market here for this one, but it is building quite the compression here that at some point could see a major breakout move. Again, any pricing below 3,000 could be an opportunity to trap and reverse back up, but this market really needs to get through 3,400, get through 3,600 to really start opening up the upside up ahead. Today, inside day scenario developing, and that could continue to play out throughout the day. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.